this to me.
Let's get started. Thank you so much for coming tonight. It's been a great time of celebration. Before we get started, I want to just offer a couple thank yous, and then I'll have a few words, and then we're going to have our awesome, incredible choir that's gathering before us, before our very eyes. We've got a news helicopter right up here. Okay. No, okay. Sit down. Here we go. All right, let's show them our best eagle behavior, guys. Here we go. Shh, listen close. Okay, a few thank yous, and then we're going to get started here. I want to acknowledge the city of Plymouth. We've got the mayor, city council. We've also got Chief of Police, Mike Goldstein. Where's Mike? Mr. Goldstein? He's a Pilgrim Lane alumni, so Pilgrim Lane does make a difference. Also, we had quite a few members of the school board here, the district cabinet. The previous principals came out. We had Bud Brown and Wayne Rowell that came out, and others would have joined us, but they couldn't with their schedule. PTO leadership, I do want to acknowledge the following people that have put in an incredible year under some pretty tough circumstances to make it an incredible year. I want them to, I don't know what to say, one's holding the camera right now, but I want them to, they'll wave both their hands so we know where they are. Bruce Rader, Wendy Botts, they're our co-presidents, and we have Steve Spellman, our treasurer, and Deb Shapiro, who did all of our records and minutes that you receive weekly or once a month. I want to also acknowledge the Legacy Night Planning Committee that put this entire thing together, and I'm going to have them wave their hands as well. We met at the Colleen Kennedy Conference Center, and we met about 6 evenings, one of them being Mother's Day night. Ooh, is that love? Please, all of those that are on the Legacy Committee that put this together, please raise and wave your hands. Okay, we got to move quickly because the hour's getting late. It's time for you guys to go to bed, I know. No? Okay. I'd like to acknowledge if we have any teachers, alumni staff, current staff or alumni staff, if they would please raise their hand. I want to give all of our teaching staff and any staff a hand. And I want to acknowledge my wife. If you saw her today, most of you probably didn't notice, but she has a cast on, and she just had surgery, so she had to head home. And but I love her very much, and she can't be with us. So, okay. My wife Melissa and one of my sons. That reminds me of Kleenexes, because we're going to talk just for a couple minutes and then sing some great songs that we hope you'll never forget. But it's going to bring some tears to a lot of us. So I have got, and you can see it here, I've got my student council Kleenex crew ready and able and willing. Okay, you guys ready? Break. If you need a Kleenex, raise your hand, and they're going to run around, go around. Go, get them out, quick, get them out, go, get them out. All right. Okay, here we go. Okay, Kleenex crew is now done. It's done. Okay. Okay, Kleenex crew. That's good. Parents, you have to rally your kids. They're your kids. Okay, really quickly here, some final words. Kleenexes are stopping. I've lost it. Okay, we're going to finish our time here. Let me just share a couple of very important words. And I'm going to ask that you please listen. Kleenexes must stop. All right. Big. You know, when you think about it, who would have thought when we started the school year out, boys and girls, and I'm speaking to the larger audience as well, that the theme big that we had for this year would have such big meaning this year, especially when we find out that we as a school are closing. Kind of profound and for parents, perhaps prophetic. Big describes this year for obvious reasons for their school closing, but it also describes the rich tradition of excellence passed down through the years. Big. What a simple word at first glance. What are some other words for big? Colossal. And I'm going to use some big words with you guys, so listen close. Colossal, consequential, paramount, enormous, gigantic, immeasurable, important, vast, towering, and this is a big one I bet your parents don't even know. Magnanimous. Let's say that. Magnanimous, which means big at heart. Now when you think of the word big, and then you think of the opposite, small. It really does make big stand out for this year. The opposite of big is itsy, little, small, tiny, unimportant, blah, say that, blah, and very bland. And this year was so far from that, so far from that. I can't think of a better word that describes Pilgrim Lane's past, present, and its future. Now, boys and girls, I need your help, and parents and adults, you can echo this as well. But when we get together and we talk about our theme big, I do have you chant out the word big on cue. So I'm just going to remind you all just to listen close. And I'm going to remind you about what it means to be big and where we think you should go into the future and how you should lead and live your life. Okay? So here we go. When I raise my hand, you just say the word big. Here we go. Dream. Big. Act. Big. Think. Big. Do. Big. Help. Big. And give in a really big way. That's how you can make a difference in this world. And that's what Pilgrim Lane has been all about. Well, on this special day, I've wrestled with what to say over the past few months. And in a few brief minutes, how do you capture the essence of what took place inside these four walls? You know, what do you say? Or maybe nothing can be said because it's already been done. Children's lives have been developed with a world-class, excellent education. Okay? And I think you deserve, I think our staff and the adults that helped out, a round of applause. Let's give it to them, boys and girls. Pilgrim Lane is a community that has lived together, loved together, learned together, and laughed together for 43 years. How many years? 43. From 1966 until 2009. And we are now just beginning to see the lasting legacy being left down from generation to generation. It was so much fun to have our celebration in the alumni time, just seeing how kids have grown up and turned out. You make us all very proud. Our mission has been consistent over the years, and that's to raise student achievement and help children reach their potential in the academics and the arts, because we really believe in developing the whole child. Now, this is for modeling. I want you to do what I'm going to do here. I want you to take your hands, go with one like this, and then one like this. And now, with it this far away from you, will you look at me, and what shape do you see? It's the heart. It's really the lens that the staff and the adults look through to work and help you grow. Children have been loved and their talents have been developed to the very best of their ability. It's been accomplished through extraordinary and committed staff, passionate and involved parents, and a broader community that cares about kids and our future. If you take a look around, everyone here, along with the others, others that couldn't make it are better off having been a part of this special school, nestled in this neighborhood. And I have to admit, doing that parade that we had was very, very touching. We've all been affected by the life, excuse me. We've all been affected by life at Pilgrim Lane, one way or another. Whether we were on the giving or the receiving end. Where are my Kleenex? I'm going to just slide to just a couple more. That's okay. I just want to say a few thank yous and then we'll get to the singing here. Staff, thank you for sharing your expertise and sincere love that brought out the best in children. Whether you served as a teacher, an educational assistant, a cook, a nurse, a custodian, or whatever job you had, you made a huge difference. The pay isn't really that great, but the payoff is. And a quote by Tom Brokaw, and it was on our legacy video, which, by the way, was put together by David DeYoung, if you had a chance to look at that. And it'll be available on our pilgrimlane.org website that we encourage you. We can live on in cyberspace forever. The quote is this: "It's easy to make a buck. It's a lot tougher to make a difference." And our parents, to be honest, our staff could not have accomplished what we did without your support. Without your support at home and overwhelming selfless involvement at school. Your hands-on engagement has been humbling and extraordinary. It is something... This is how I rate. Your hands-on engagement has been humbling and extraordinary, and it's something that we have never taken for granted. For the community, thanks to the City of Plymouth and New Hope, the churches, businesses that supported Pilgrim Lane through the years. Thank you for the value that you placed on education and what matters most. Nothing is more important than the education of our children. I'm almost done. To the alumni that came, you know how touching it was to spend time with you. Thank you for the relationships that you forged, students' talents developed, and potential unleashed. Your legacy lives on in this very day. Lastly, and I want to talk to you kids, what a blessing you have been. What promise there is for the future as we see you grow and mature daily. See how they're maturing with throwing grass on the heads? You're the reason that our community has gathered together for 43 years, and it's been an honor and privilege to serve you. I think I'm going to stop right there with this thing. You guys know I love cartooning. I love to draw, and I love drawing. I want to share with you a famous quote from Dr. Seuss, and it'll lead into our next part. It's this: "Don't cry because it's over, but you'll want to smile because it happened." Well, we're going to smile and we're going to do some singing right now. We've got 3 special songs that we're going to send you off with right now, and I'm telling you, they are good. We practiced one time.
Look
Thank you so much for coming. Have you had a great time tonight? Well, may the spirit of Pilgrim Lane live on. Many of you will be going to schools with your friends. Every school in Robbinsdale that you're going to, they offer a great education. You're all very lucky. But we're ending a great time together, and we'll never forget our time together. It's been really B-I-G. Ready? Big. Oh, better than that. It's been really big. Thanks for coming.